This tutorial will unpack our K-5 lessons and show you how they can be part of your science, ELA, and math instruction. Our pre-K lessons are play-based, and our family fun activities are mostly stripped-down versions of the K-5 lessons and aren't focused on standards. Each mission has 12 field videos, and each field video has associated lessons for pre-K through grade 5. Most lessons can be completed in a 30-minute science block. However, some like to stretch a lesson out over several days to dig deeper into the content. Each lesson is a standalone, and you can decide whether to do all, some, or none of the lessons. You don't need to do any lessons to test a hypothesis. Let's get started. The title and subtitle of each lesson let you know what's ahead. The next-gen science standards are indicated here. We list the performance indicators, but all 3 dimensions of the next-gen science standards are woven into our content. An asterisk and green arrow indicate the performance indicators have a related formative assessment rubric. These columns show the literacy and math standards you can address using this lesson. The Sustainable Development Goals were created by the United Nations, and each lesson addresses one of these goals. Here, we share information about base knowledge, misconceptions, and vocabulary. In the Set portion of the page, we describe the materials and preparation that you need to do before beginning a lesson. We do our best to keep materials really simple. Next comes the K2 or 3-5 Go page. It starts with setting the stage. This is your setup for the lesson. It's intended as a group discussion to access prior knowledge and lay the groundwork for the hands-on portion. Next comes the main event. It's the core of the hands-on part of this lesson. We provide step-by-step directions on what to do. At the bottom of the page, you'll find the Encore, where you wrap up the lesson and extend your explorations. Choose all, some, or none of the Encore items. Many lessons also include grade-level notes. They're woven into the lesson and alert you to times that you'll want to steer the conversation or activity in a certain direction to meet grade-level standards. The next page contains grade-level ideas. Our lessons aren't intended to replace core curriculum in literacy and math, but to extend and enrich the work you're already doing. These are integration suggestions. Do them as they're written, or let them inspire you to integrate other topical skills for your learners. Our ELA integrations often support writing activities around the main event, but they also support other literacy skills. The math integrations are usually a way to extend the learning beyond the main event and weave in meaningful math practice. Service learning opportunities are suggestions to take learning further and give back to your classroom, school, or larger community. This is where you can address those sustainable development goals. Arts integrations give suggested activities to engage learners of varied strengths and interests, and fuel creativity, a necessary science skill. Educators have varied learning styles too, so we provide visual supports as needed to help explain the setup or main event tasks. The next part of a lesson PDF has any printables you may need. These include game boards and parts, data collection forms, student handouts, and journal pages. We developed growth mindset rubrics to help evaluate progress in mastering the K-5 next-gen science standards. They're intended for adult use to help you frame conversations and questions during the main event or encore to uncover student thinking and serve as a formative assessment. We also provide K-2 writing rubrics. Well, that's it. Our lessons help you explicitly address next-gen science standards with hands-on fun. But remember, you don't need to do them in order to investigate the hypothesis. Pick the ones you want and have fun.